Hello again, this is Liam, Into the Body Science, and hopefully you're in a good place, you've had plenty of exercise, you've had plenty of rest, you've got a good routine going, you've had some good food and so on. Difficult times. What we're going to talk about today very quickly is sleep. I'm going to talk about sleep. Now, this is a subject that I've touched upon earlier on, but I've not really gone into any depth about. So we're going to go, a little bit deeper into what our normal sleep cycle should be, when we should be going to bed, when we should be waking up, what that does to the body in a positive way, and when that is out of sync, what happens to the body in a negative way. So, in a nutshell, that's what we're going to quickly talk about today. So, what's your normal sleep cycle? What should you be doing? Well, as most of you who know me and know about my attitude on eating and my attitude on movement, it's all based around what we should be doing. And it's the exact same with sleep. We should be working with the sun, working with light and dark. That's basically how our bodies have evolved. Our bodies don't know any different. They don't know about technology and TVs and other light coming in and other sources of light and all that kind of stuff. They only know to respond to a stimulus that's coming onto them. So that's how we've been built for many, many thousands of years. So what that means is you should be waking when the sun rises. Usually that's around about 6 a.m. or so, maybe a little bit later. And we are active throughout the day with the light, and our energy levels increase throughout the day till around maybe mid-afternoon or so, a little bit later maybe, and then our bodies start to prepare a little bit more for rest as the sun is going down. We start to wind down as a system, as a body, and then we should be completely wound down as it's getting dark, and at about 10:30 at night, we should be going to bed and going to sleep. And that's the way it should be. Now, there's plenty of reasons why that doesn't happen for a lot of people, and there's plenty of reasons that, like jobs and things like that, shift work and night work and all sorts of stuff, which are more difficult to combat. And there's plenty of other stuff that people are doing to themselves that stop that from happening. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So keep that in mind, that we're trying to keep it to as natural process as we possibly can, as with everything. That's where your body feels its best and where you're going to get your optimal performance out of your health as well. And another good thing to mention at this moment, particularly now, with what's going on with the coronavirus and the lockdown, is sleep, and the right type of sleep and the right amount of sleep is critical to your immune system. If you don't get the right amount of sleep, and if you don't get the right quality of sleep in, your immune system will not function as well as it should do, and that's really important. Okay, so how do we get it wrong? Well, we get it wrong by, again, as I mentioned, shift work and night work and things like that, and long hours and so on, which is difficult to combat. I get that. There's ways around it. Sometimes a lot of people do some time on and then some time off with the work, and it's at the times off that you've got to really try and get the best out of your sleep and the best out of your health. What I want to focus on really is the ways that you get it wrong almost intentionally, which is things like blue light, TVs, mobile phones, which the body doesn't know any different. The body doesn't know that that's really artificial light. It just sees it as light. So if you're laid in bed at 11 o'clock at night on social media, looking at your phone, or working, or watching TV till late, or whatever it might be, your body thinks that that's sunlight. So it's preparing for being awake, and you're not going to get quality sleep. You're not going to get the type of sleep that you really, really need in order to keep that immune system high. Wi-Fi is also another one, and electromagnetic problems that are around your body at night, Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff, anything kind of electric that even the standby kind of light on a TV or a phone or something like that will potentially keep you awake. The room should be pitch black. You know, you should be there to sleep. That's what it's there for. So any kind of interference, and Wi-Fi is a big one, it will interfere with your sleep. So ideally, get rid of the mobile phones, get rid of anything electrical, turn off the Wi-Fi, and you'll get a better sleep. It's proven fact, you'll do it. It's something that you really need to try. You don't need your mobile phone stapled to your ear most of the time. It needs to be aware, and it needs to be used during the day when you need it, or when you need it to work or socialize or whatever you're doing, but not at night. That's not the time to use it. So that's a big one. Other things that stop us sleeping, things like stimulants, coffee, sugar, fizzy drinks, chocolate, you know, things like that. That's not great when you're trying to wind down for an evening, or you're trying to wind down and get some rest. The last thing your body needs is more stimulation and more sugar, more caffeine, more blue light, which is going to keep it awake. So it's about a regime, it's about a system, and it's about a protocol that you can put in place to get yourself to sleep and to have really, really good quality sleep. So we've covered a little bit there in you know, how to get better sleep and what to do to stop you waking up or not having as restful a sleep as you possibly could. Just on that subject, again, just going into the sleep itself, it's critical that your sleep is of good quality. So what I mean by that is, you know, some people may say, oh, I get 8 hours. I get this all the time in the studio. I get 8 hours sleep, but I go to bed at about 1 o'clock, but I don't get up till 9, 10 o'clock. I work late, so I've got that 8 hours sleep. And that's not right, because even though you're getting 8 hours sleep, you're getting the wrong 8 hours sleep. You're getting the wrong time to go to sleep. So you're in effect jet lagged. You're 2 hours jet lagged before you go to sleep, and you're a couple of hours jet lagged when you get up. So that's the way your body responds. You're not sleeping with light. You're sleeping with you know, your social life or your job or something else. So it doesn't make it right, even though you're getting the 8 hours sleep. The quality of sleep, just like I mentioned before, is really critical. So when you do go to sleep, the first couple of hours, your body is repairing itself. So you've got physical repair that your body really critically needs. And again, this boosts your immune system. So the first couple of hours from 10 o'clock till 12 or 1 even is you know, physical repair for your body. It needs it from what it's been doing throughout the day, even if you've been training or moving or stressed out, it needs that physical repair. And then after that, from 2 a.m. onwards till you wake up, you've got psychological repair that your body has to go through. So the brain is this fantastic thing, but it needs to rest and it needs to repair. And if it doesn't get that during the night with quality sleep, there will be a problem. And it's a very, very slow kind of downward slope of your brain and your body not getting enough quality sleep. And eventually it will snap. Something will go wrong and you'll blow up, you'll get too stressed, your body will not repair itself, so you can't train properly. It will be unable to fight off infection, fight off disease, fight off viruses, and you will be wide open to this kind of stuff. So sleep is absolutely critical to immune system boost and a healthy lifestyle. So if you can, get to bed at a reasonable time, 10 o'clock, really lights off, pitch black bed. 6:30 a.m. should be when you rise. You should be, not necessarily with an alarm clock. You should be able to rise naturally, get up, and then you start your day, and the process, the good process, starts again. So quality sleep is what we're talking about here. Again, if you've got any questions on sleep or anything else we've talked about on the video blogs, contact us at info@ainsworthbodyscience.co.uk. Send us an email and we'll do our best to help. But please get to bed on time.